Hi! Suck it. I pour a better beer than Hillary Clinton. That's not saying much. Grab a drink and let's make... What are we making today? Grab a drink and let's make vegan pot stickers. Today we're continuing on the Chinese New Year theme and making dumplings, the rabbit food edition. If you regularly follow this channel, and if you do, hi, I love you, thank you, take my undying gratitude, you probably realize that it's more than obvious that I am such a meat lover, half of you are probably thinking of gay jokes right now. As I always say, forget the rabbit food, bring me the rabbit you were intending on feeding this to. I knock on vegetarians and vegans a lot, and, you know, maybe it's time to give back, because I'm just that nice of a person. Or so that they don't tie me to the stake and burn me with ethically sourced fuel. Today we're making amends for my butchery and crimes by making vegetarian/vegan pot stickers. Here's the rabbit food you're gonna need. Cabbage, I have some Napa cabbage here. Carrot. Shiitake mushroom. Shiitake mushrooms, Chinese chives, green onion, sugar, minced ginger, Hoisin sauce, Shaoxing cooking wine, salt and pepper, white pepper, cooking oil, cooking oil, sesame oil, and bam, squish, soy sauce. Eating dumplings is a tradition around Chinese New Year that is believed to bring wealth to you in the new year, which is a bit bass-awkward to me because it costs a lot of money to purchase all of these ingredients, but, you know, whatever. Vegetables need to be cut up as so. You're gonna finely shred the carrot and the cabbage. If you don't know how to do that, you can take a grater, take the carrot, and pretend you're my ex-girlfriend living out her revenge fantasies. Alternately, you can put them through a food processor. The mushrooms you will not. In fact, you will finely chop the mushrooms. You can kind of slice them in a grid, and then you can slice them in another grid. Chives and green onion, finely chop. Remember, kids, always have your knives sharp as possible in the kitchen, and when you're chopping them, please, for the love of God, practice proper knife safety. In a wok on medium heat, and it better be medium because you don't want to burn any of this shit. Put an indiscriminate amount of oil, because I totally forgot to measure before I put it in, but you know, about 3 tablespoons. That is probably 3 tablespoons. You're gonna add about 1 tablespoon of minced ginger, which looks totally appetizing right now. Ow, hot, ow, there's water in minced ginger, who knew? Ow, ow, use different minced ginger. Then add your green onion. Move that around for about 30 seconds or so, till it starts to smell fragrant, like a harem of flavors in your nose. Add the mushroom. A stir to combine. This is starting to smell nice and fragrant. So we're gonna toss this around a little bit. We're gonna add our carrots and our cabbage. Oh wow, that's a lot. And then we stir fry. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Now, stir fry this for another about 2 to 3 minutes or so. Starting to smell the different flavors of the rabbit food. You know, you're getting some rabbit coming to your yard. We're gonna add some of these. To taste, of course. Even though we're not really tasting any of this right now. You know what? It's just Asian intuition, okay? Wait until these have kind of softened up a little bit. Nice and cooked and blended together. Absorbed all the oil. And then you're going to set this aside and let it cool. Now that your vegetable mixture has cooled down a little bit, ow! I'm just kidding. You're gonna take your chives, take a large bowl, dump them in. Vegetable mixture goes in as well. No looks. Did I land it?
You missed the bowl.
Oh, you're a dick. Stir this around a little bit. Now you're going to add 3 tablespoons of BAM! Soy sauce, 2/3 of a tablespoon of sesame oil.
Oh,
Where were we? Ah, yes. 3 tablespoons of Shaoxing cooking wine. 1 rounded tablespoon of what? Oh, shit. Who cares? 2 tablespoons of hoisin. 1 tablespoon of sugar. Some salt and pepper to round things out. Stir to combine. So as you're mixing, add what I forgot to say. Add what I forgot to say, and add 4 tablespoons of cooking oil. Mix it all thoroughly. Now it's time to wrap. Yeah. Never mind. So you have your bowl of filling, you have your wrappers, and you have a little bowl of water or something, of water that you set aside. Take about a half a teaspoon or so of filling. Not too much, because if you have too much, then it's gonna get all goopy on the sides and whatnot, and you don't want that. And if you don't really know how to wrap these things, the less the better. Dab your finger in the water, play ring around the dumpling wrapper, take one end to meet the other, and then... Okay, well, all right, I'm just gonna do it with these fingers then. You could theoretically just smooth down here and smooth down there, and then you would have a dumpling, but that's boring. This is Tipsy walking. You know, we do cool stuff here. Anyway, so we're gonna pleat it. Dab this end here and this end there, and we're gonna kind of just, I mean, all right, well, you're gonna, the idea is to pleat it here, and then push it down, and then pleat it here, and push it down. How do species survive without opposable thumbs? And then finally, if you can, you pleat it here and push it down. You're gonna get some of this gunk or whatever, that's fine. Just make sure you push it all in to make sure the seal is good. You do the same over here. You do the same process. Pleat, push it down. If you can get a third, great. If you can't, whatever. Push that in if need be. And then pleat and push it down. Make sure that the seal is nice and tight. Push together. Ta-da! You just do that over and over again until you get a bunch of dumplings. So we got a pan here on about a medium high-ish. It's about a 6 out of 10 heat or so. You're gonna get some cooking oil. You're gonna have a light little layer across there. Turn your fan on. Make sure the oil is evenly distributed. Warm up. All right, time lapse. Take your dumplings and arrange them around in a circle. Obviously, I have a very small pan. It's not that small, it's average. You're gonna let these pan fry for about, I don't know, like a couple minutes, at least until the bottoms start to turn brown, like something like that, right? You're gonna wait for that to happen all across the board. There we go, that looks good, that looks good. You're gonna pour some water right in the middle, just a little bit, like a little splash. There's gonna be a lot of oil splashback, so quickly cover this. Turn your heat to about a 4 out of 10 or so, just under medium, and let that sit for about like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Once the skins start getting translucent and the water has pretty much started to evaporate, you're making vegan dumpling. It's not like you have to actually cook anything, so once this gets to a state of, I don't know, food prettiness, you can pretty much remove the lid, you can turn off the heat, and then serve over rice vinegar. Remember, if you like what you saw and you want to see more of our drunken adventures, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, MySpace, Friendster, Kazaa, I don't know, I'm just naming names now. I've never made vegan food before, nor have I ever had the desire to, but now it's time to find out how they taste. Cheers. Okay. There's obviously no, like, texture of meat that's in there, so I'm kind of missing that, but it's really flavorful. There's the sauces in there, they all kind of blend together. It's kind of vinaigrette, kind of sour, it's kind of sweet at the same time. I would have liked the mushroom pieces to be bigger, but quite honestly, it doesn't really matter. They all mesh together really well, and if I were a vegan, these would taste absolutely great. But I'm not, so I'm gonna go eat some bacon now. So cheers, and see you next week. Today we're continuing on the Chinese New Year theme and making dumplings. The words are hard, man. This is what happened when you mix alcohol and glass.